Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lee on the screen. This is Coleman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? From the shotgun, here's Lee. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A big gain of 31 on third down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd down, Lee. And his throw is incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
On 3rd down, Lee. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
Lee out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
From the gun, Lee. And this is going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the three is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Brandon Williams, a big tackle, gets him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go. 1-8.
On 2nd down, Elliott. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go. 1-8.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You got 4. Here we go. 1-8.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Kid 21. Here we go. 1-8.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 1-8. Here we go. 46. 26.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Lee now operating from the gun. He completes it to Nelson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And down he'll go at the 25. 17 yards the pickup there. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Lee looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Room to run inside the 40. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 53 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team.
And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Prescott from the gun. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Here we go.
3rd and long for Prescott. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. This will be fielded at the 17. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first throw for the backup Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Set, 3-19.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
Throwing is Jackson. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And fights through one man. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Back 99, Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Play action. Now Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think what you said, the roster is going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, he would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles. I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
They'll run it now with Smith. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him. As they stop him behind the line.
Green 80.
First throw now for the backup Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is set.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Open man is Switzer, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big 30-yard play on third. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey. Green 80. Green 80. Green is set.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Set. Green 80. Green is set.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Bortles. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Taco Charlton in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They run with Edmonds. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Taco Charlton in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is set.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
4 down, check. Green 80. Green 80.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Green 80. Green 80.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Green 80. Green 80.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep up. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there for Arizona. 47 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. This will be caught at about the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Now let's go.
Jackson will throw again. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Extra point right down the middle, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Set. Green 80.
Bortles now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 80.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Spread left. Spread left. Set.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles being chased out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Williams now on the return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Green 80.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Green 80. Green 80.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Watching that party.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And this is incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Williams to return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set. Green 80.
Again, it's Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Green 80. Green 80. Green set.
On first down, Bortles shakes off the sand, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Green 80. Green 80.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there, 49 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will level the playing field at 17-all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. David Irving in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Keyshawn Bierria was in on the tackle, the 6th-round pick in 2018.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Cowboys on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7.
Set. Green 80.
Now Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now running right through it. Fighting through it. He's got space. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively. as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Green 80. Green 80.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Green 80. Green 80.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Green 80.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Set. Green 80.
Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Here we go.
They have the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, 54 Ricky. Green 80. Green 80.
To throw, it's Bortles. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
This is T.J. Logan to return it. And an alley to run. He's He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. 98 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Green 80. Green 80. Green good.
On 2nd down, here's Morris. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Fielded at the 33. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Carry, it's Edmonds. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And Nelson's got it here right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Play action. It's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Again, Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Now for the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Bortles now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Shotgun now for Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Bortles going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Here's Edmonds. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down, here's Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. It's Williams. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Now Edmonds. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Jackson. He'll air this one toward Cole. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On first down, Hill, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Bortles now on first down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Here we go. Green 80. Green 80.
From the gun, it's Bortles. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Jackson to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Davis. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken in at the 11. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
380. 380.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
380. 380.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
380.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schultz. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. And that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night